What up, guys? It's Arden 13, and I got
good old Mal.
What's up?
We're on the way to Indy Comic Con.
Indy Comic Con
2018.
It ought to be a good time. Nolan North is apparently supposed to be here, which is going to be great. Also, Sean Astin. So, Samwise! I get to meet Samwise! Hopefully I get to meet Samwise.
You stand on that line?
Yeah, I don't know. I might stand in that line.
Hell of a line.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But we got a few things that we got to take care of. We're going to go talk to our friends over at Forge Foam. We're going to make sure that we get our passes. And then we're going to, check out the convention and see all
We're going to enjoy this convention.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy it. Because we have money to enjoy a convention, finally. Get back in frame.
I'm sorry. I'm leaning.
Careen your neck.
Careening.
Yeah, so we're gonna actually enjoy this one. As opposed to, working all the time. What up?
It wasn't that either. It was all Luigi.
Convention goers. I love gummies. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Arden 13. Usually you got Mal's face on one of these, but he's over at work. Dieter's nowhere to be found, and so I decided that I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about this one because I haven't really gotten to talk to everybody and, talk about how much I enjoy conventions. But without further ado, we went to Indy Comic Con again this year. Last year, I know Mal got to go to it, and he saw Jessica Negri without me, but I got to go this year, and I was really excited and really happy because Indy Comic Con is a fantastic convention. Again, there was a lot of events, there was a lot of people there, it was a lot more chill and a lot more laid back, and I really feel like this was the first convention that Mal and I were able to go to, that we were really just able to relax and actually enjoy the convention and not feel like we need to be filming everything, or meeting a ton of people, or trying to go to every different single event. It was just really inviting to be in that space and in that environment. The environment at Indy Comic Con was electric. It was so great to be around them. To be around all this individualism and all these people and all these different things with a mutual love. There was a Game of Thrones booth. There was a booth, you know how we love swords? We love swords here. There's an entire corner full of swords. And usually at every convention we go to, we buy a sword. We didn't buy any swords this time, but there was a booth that had Game of Thrones swords and Lord of the Rings swords. Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit swords. So they had, all the dwarven shit, which was heavy as balls. And then they held all the Mirkwood Elves shit, which is so awesome! I love the Mirkwood Elves. I love what they did in that movie. Oh my god, Mirkwood. Don't fuck with the boys from Mirkwood. There were so many different celebrities that we got to meet, that we got to, see and hang out with, at least briefly, and, one of them was Kevin Conroy, the original voice actor for Batman in the Batman original series, animated series, and then also, he's the voice of Batman in the Arkham series, which is huge to me, which is so big to me. I love the Arkham series. The Power Rangers were there! The original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers were there for the Americans. Were there in just a booth. They were just hanging in a booth. It was so awesome. Oh my god, I lost it. I couldn't even pull out my camera. I didn't even want to pull out my camera. I just was shaking their hands and saying thank you so much to these people. Nolan North was there, which was really awesome, and I gotta give a shout out to my friend Michael, who got to meet Nolan North and talk to Nolan North. Nolan North told him that he was cooler than Nathan Drake. And that meant so much to Michael, and I just want to thank you to Nolan North for giving him that, because you have no idea how much you affected his life in that respect, and how much you made his day. And Michael just was so starstruck with that statement, it was ridiculous. So, shout out to Michael, thank you for your service, dude, and thank you to Nolan North for making his day. There are 3 more people that we got to meet, and very important people, but the first one who's important to Mal and I both is Yaya Han. Yaya Han was there, and she is considered the godmother of modern cosplay. She was kind of tucked away in a corner in her own little booth that we kind of had to go looking for. We just couldn't bring ourselves to fully articulate our appreciation for Yaya Han. So Yaya, if you see this, we greatly appreciate you so much for all that you do and for all that you've influenced. And we're sorry we couldn't say anything or do anything. You're kind of a huge celebrity to us. Either way, Sean Astin was there, and specifically I didn't get to go into his line because his line got capped all 3 days, and I was always outside of the cap. Mal, Colin, were able to get Kitty into the line to see Sean Astin and meet Sean Astin, and there is nothing more satisfying than seeing a friend of yours face when they meet their hero, after meeting their hero. But Sean Astin is an incredible actor. He's been in so many other things besides The Lord of the Rings, but that's how I knew him, that's how I grew up with Sean Astin, and he's just an incredible, incredible guy. Truly an incredible guy. Oh, Sam. My dear Sam. I'm sure he hates that. I'm sure he hates that by now. The one that I got to talk to and, like, sit down and actually, like, have a discussion with that moved me so much was Ethan Beaver. And if you don't know who Ethan Beaver is, you're lying to yourself, because if you've seen the original Clone Wars, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, or Samurai Jack, he has done the art on those. This is the man who did the art for those in, like, the comic books, and had some, and he also did, what was it? Justice League Unlimited. He was on that animation team for Justice League Unlimited. Mal was in tears. Thank you for my childhood. Thank you so, so much for everything. I got a print. Mal got one of the original comics from the OG Clone Wars in the Samurai Jack, like, animation style, like, drawing style, his style. It has one of his original sketches for Mace Windu in it. It's like honestly one of my favorite, like, takeaways from the entirety of Comic Con. The cosplays were incredible. There were so many different things. I think one of the more interesting ones was a kid was Junkrat. And I don't play Overwatch, that's Mal's thing. This kid did Junkrat. A, so well. B, he, like, really got into the character of it, which I never usually see in cosplayers. All over the place and different and, like, insightful. There were so many young cosplayers too. That was one of the things that Mal wanted to talk about. There were so many younger cosplayers, so many people that were like, I want to just dress up, I want to, like, try this out, I want to get into this because this is something that I want to do. And that was really cool to see. There was, like, a young Gara, which means everything to me because Gara's the GOAT. I don't care what anyone says. Gara is the GOAT. Obviously, there was a lot of comic book characters. What I usually see in cosplayers is kind of like this. I made this costume because I wanted to showcase who my favorite characters are in this, who my favorite character is from this franchise or so on and so forth, and so I myself am not like an actor or anything like that, and I don't really see myself as the character. Went balls to the wall with everything that he did for this character. Another really cool thing that we saw was actual Optimus Prime, the actual truck that they used in the Michael Bay filming of it, of the original Transformers, which I thought was awesome. It's just on one side, and we used it as a landmark when we met up with a bunch of our friends. Mun came, Noah came, Ava came, and whenever we met up with them, we'd say, just meet us by actual Optimus Prime. And so they were all, like, at first they were looking for, like, the big, like, statue of Optimus Prime, or maybe, like, the guy, but then they finally realized, oh, it's the truck on the far side of the dealer's hall. It was incredible. It was so big, but it was really cool to see that. The guys from Forged Foam were there. Forged Foam is an incredibly, like, local and small but excellent LARP weapon and gear distributor and manufacturer. They make all their own stuff, and they do some really awesome custom-made work. Like, if you talk to them specifically and, like, give them the design and, like, talk with them how you want it to work and so on and so forth, they will make this stuff for you. Then they also had the Thundercats sword, which is awesome, the Sword of Omens. If you haven't watched Thundercats, go watch any of the other Thundercats. It's awesome. Or read any of the Thundercats, because the comic is also really cool. And then they also had Finn's Demon Blade from Adventure Time, which I thought was really cool.
So we're walking away from the hall right now because we're trying to find Noah. We don't know where he is.
He's somewhere.
He's somewhere here. He told us Hall E, and we can't find Hall E. I'm pretty sure we walked past Hall E. Well, at least Mal's pretty sure we walked past Hall E. I'm kind of along for the ride at this moment. But yeah, you can kind of see some of the cosplayers back there. There's like Disney Princess Squad.
There's Hall D.
Where the
I think he lied. He's not even
here.
There's Hall D.
Oh, okay, we found it. We found Hall E. We're gonna see if we can find Noah. Look at this punk selling his wares.
No, this is the board game table. This is you guys sit down at a table and play some games.
Ah.
This is that. That's the sell my wares table.
Okay, game seller.
Good Games, a really awesome game shop here in Indy. They were there and they were put in charge of basically the game area, the board game area. They had an entire hall dedicated to them. You could buy games. You come to the game library, pick up a game, and just sit down and play it with your friends there. They had archery tag!
They have archery tag? Mal, they have archery tag.
Want people to die.
They must want people to die.
They had archery tag at Comic Con this year in the same booth with Good Games, and they also had the Lightsaber Academy of Indianapolis. Like just so many awesome, cool things and people and places to go and see and experience. Comic Con was so much fun in that respect. So I want to get to the hall and what we got. So in terms of the hall that we got, we did get some pops, we got a couple figures, we got some more board game stuff. There were some really awesome game places there, like Dice Dojo from up in Chicago. They're awesome guys, really cool guys. So we have the two prints, the comic book, which is awesome, with the original sketch in it, and then I got the print and took an image from Star Wars Episode 7 with Kylo Ren. And I don't usually fuck with Kylo Ren, but I fucks with this print. It's so awesome. Just the detail and this, again, the style is so iconic and I love it. Otherwise, we did get some pops. We got Oryx the Taken King, which I had never seen that pop, but it was so cool that I had to get it. We got Scorpion because we don't rep any Mortal Kombat in the pop collection right now, so we gotta get some Mortal Kombat rep in there. And then one of the coolest pops that we got, oh, I'm so excited about this, I'm so happy about it, you can probably see it behind me, is the Balrog! The Balrog! It was, I saw it from afar, and I had to, it was with Colin, and he's like, really, you are the worst impulse buyer that I've ever seen at a con. I can't go to a con with you because of how much you impulse buy. But I think it's okay because it's the motherfucking Balrog. Otherwise, we got some shot glasses. We actually got 6 because they had a deal going on, but the 6th one's a birthday present for a friend of mine, so shh, don't tell her. We got some figures. And we got 4 figures in total. We got a little Vegeta. Then we also got a figure who I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering him correctly, is like the last angel in Evangelion. Another figure that we have is one of my favorite characters from One Piece, and it's Trafalgar Law. And it's such a good figure. We only let badasses in this house of, nerdiness. So we gotta Trafalgar's a shoo-in. I don't even know how it stands up because he's like leaning back in it. And then the last one is we actually started with a waifu in the studio. We got a waifu, we got Saber, we got Artoria. If we're gonna start with a waifu, might as well start with a good one. My favorite thing that I got it on Friday. I broke the rule. I had to break the rule because he only had one copy of it, and there was no way I was about to let this vendor sell this to anyone else but me. I love Dragon Age. All the video games doesn't matter because they have an RPG. They have a tabletop RPG, and it came with a world map. Do I even have that around here right now? Play this RPG. Thank you to Indy for Comic Con. Thank you for all the people that came to Comic Con. It was Comic Con's biggest year. I think they said somewhere around 33,000 people were in attendance, which is incredible. Thank you to all the guests that came. Thank you for everyone that showed up. It really does mean a lot to us here in the Midwest that you took the time to come and hang out and see us and feed our nerdy addictions. But that's about it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video, for hanging out with me. If you like this video, please show your support and like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can see more of our videos that we're talking about. You can follow me on all of the social medias at Arden13. That's Arden XIII. Lowercase or uppercase, whatever. I also wanted to let you guys know that we have a Patreon now, so you can, if you would like to support us and what we do and see further content, see us continue to produce this content, head on over to Patreon and support us. Every little bit helps. I really do appreciate it. I can't express that enough, and honestly, I'll just start rambling about how much I appreciate it, but just understand, I really do. In any case, I'm gonna get to editing this video right now, and hopefully get it out to you real soon. This has been Arden 13. I am still waiting on that ramen, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.
Anyone seen Magic Star? He lost his wallet.
Just take your time. The clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to
Do
do
you guys
is
understand,
stay.
like, as I'm walking to get food or whatever, it's, there's distance that I have to go from the convention center to, like, the food court here at the mall. Which is fine, like, walking, hey, exercise, woo! But at the same time, I really just want to get food, and I really want to, like, get on with my day, you know what I'm saying? So, how unfortunate it is that it is socially unacceptable that I can't run. I'm sure I can run, but people will be looking at me weird, like, where are you going in a hurry? Are you one of them nerd kids trying to go someplace? Just a thought, how you should really just not let it be unacceptable to run places anymore. These are the thoughts that happen.
All you have to do is hey.